Well, here we are, or here I am. May was here. She got kicked out of the link. I tried to add Instagram, and I don't know, it blew up. So here I am, happily sitting by my pool, ready to bring you some Doctales with cocktails, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, that's better. I can actually see. I have a problem with being able to see, you know, sort of near, sort of far. I'm gonna get the camera adjustment. There you go. There. Is that better? Perfect. All right. So, oh, look at there she is. I will add her to the stream there. Hey, how are you doing?
Well, hello everybody, and see my surroundings. Do you know what that and that are?
Hospital bed. You have been really sick too, right? Like you got some sort of amazing
Uh,
make you like vomit gastro bug up in
let
Canada.
let me just say, okay. So yes, when you hang out in a hospital for 2.5, well, actually, it would be 2 weeks. You're bound to acquire things that live and are residing in the hospital, and so lo and behold, yesterday it hit me. I thought I had food poisoning. It would have been better to have food poisoning because I would be done. But no, I have acquired the lovely gastroenteritis norovirus. Um, Not throwing up, but I do feel like I've been punched in the gut and everything moving down below. Um, so yesterday was shitty to say the least, and you all know how that feels. I slept so much. Rice crackers, and this is what I'm drinking. Cocktail of the last, of course, on this screen, cocktail of the last couple of hours is my Schweppes ginger ale. So there you go. That's my cocktail of the night. I found out that my dad has the same thing, so we probably got it from there. So we are just chilling at home. Now my sister's getting sick, literally like 20 minutes ago. So
There you
I'm
go.
here. I'm here because I love you all. Because I know you couldn't do DuckTales without me. Last week it was from the snow. If you didn't check that one out already, go do so. Right now I'm literally in the bedroom on my bed and pretending that I can't mirror this thing correctly, but pretending I'm laying on this
Okay.
hospital
So
bed.
I have video. Let me add it so you can see.
You can take the girl out of Canada, but you can't take the Canada out of the girl. Ah! See what you're missing?
Right. This back-breaking bullshit workout.
Just move to Canada for an arm workout.
It's pretty heavy, this shit.
Yep. And that is why I left it.
Perfect for making snowballs and throwing at you. That's me shoveling my sister's entryway to her place. That snow
When
is
though?
that
Tell
snow
me,
is
what was
heavy.
that? Like that was like April 20th or 23rd or 24th, right?
That was last. Okay, today's Friday.
Yes.
That was last week, right?
So a week ago, you had to shovel snow like that to get out of the driveway. And I've been suffering here, like literally suffering. Like today, I had to go swimming after I worked out because I was hot. And then I had to go swimming after I went golfing because I was hot. And I might go swimming again tonight because I can.
Because you're an asshole and you need a little cleansing.
Yes, correct. I need lots. Look, I've needed
Now,
cleansing
I'll
forever.
I'll own it. I could make a joke about my asshole needing cleansing from this norovirus. Because that's the kind of people we are.
Yes.
But I know you like to rub it in. But yeah, that was last Heather came home Wednesday. It was snowing. That was Thursday. We were shoveling. It was a blizzard. And now, actually, yesterday it was 60 degrees here. Can you believe it? So it's totally crazy weather. Unfortunately, I can't enjoy it because I feel like poo. So yeah, even doctors get sick, and the, it's not fun. And the last time I came to Canada, in August, I got COVID. So it just never seems to end. But that's what happens when you travel. You pick things up. But hanging out in a hospital is like not a cool place
No,
to do
it's
for 2
it's
weeks because you do pick things up. And the other thing is now my dad has it, and the nursing home where he's at already had norovirus go through it. So let's hope he doesn't infect the whole building again. But he's not feeling great. And I was supposed to take him out for dinner tonight, but we can't because we're sick. So here I'm at Doctales. So everybody, I hope that you got to listen to the podcast of the week this week. I'm going to just start off by saying it's an amazing interview with Seek Smith. And we talk about Mom Army and what they're doing across the country, and Dad Army as well, which is a new organization. But if you remember back to the times of the deep, dark illness, there was a few people that really stepped up and spoke out then. One lady that we remember from Oregon, her name is the Patriot Barbie. Is that right, Tim?
she's from Arizona.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, that's a story. We have to get her on the show. That
And
is a crazy,
and
crazy story
yeah. Anyway,
because she
but
was a hairstylist that refused to shut down.
yeah,
And
so
like, I mean, it's just amazing,
not
her
only
story.
that is it's not this organization is all about standing up, loving on kids, protecting them. It's led by fierce moms and women across the country who really just want to create a better world for our children and protect them and keep their innocence as long as possible and protect them from all the garbage out there and uh, also be involved in the community where they're at uh, to have influence over um, some of the negativity that's happening. Let's just say all the crap that's out there that's affecting children and everything from predators, all this stuff with sexual identity, and just creating spaces and influences that's positive. And then the Dad Army, she talks about that as well. How we need dads who are positive male role models. We need to stop all the male bashing. I don't care what you believe and what kind of a feminist. I'm like over it. All this male bashing. It goes like all the way through, you know, the hormonal stuff, but even into careers that women professionals are in. Every forum I'm in, it's always a male bashing, and I don't know. I'm over it. So we need strong dads, and we need
I
women
think
who
the way
support
to
strong dads.
I think the way
To
to kind of encapsulate that is bitch please.
yeah, but seriously, it's time to like get rid of the toxic masculinity talk and like show some actual healthy masculinity and model that for our kids. And allow men to do that. So women step aside and let's let men be great role models too. And that's what's happening. So there you go. Seek Smith is wonderful. She's a warrior. I love the whole military vibe that they got going. So take a listen to that episode. It is on all the platforms, and you can watch the video on Tube and Rumble. So there's my
Yeah,
little
but
shout out for that.
okay, there's a shout out though for the truth bomb because
Okay.
that got a ton of traction. That has the quote from the truth bomb has the most Instagram interactions of anything we've posted in the last week.
Say it isn't so, really.
Yes, like a lot more because that's our tribute to our buddy and our guest, Rocky Shorey, an amazing man who exemplified what you should do to live your life to the fullest. And unfortunately, in living his life to the fullest, died in a climbing accident. Listen to that truth bomb called Risk. It is amazing, not because we're amazing, but we are,
Oh
but
my
because
gosh.
Rocky's amazing. And we really wanted to pay tribute to him and his life and his lifestyle. And that's a great great episode, and it's been getting a ton of traction online. And so, way to
Oh,
go, Rock! You man, dude, we
that's
need
awesome.
we need way more Rocky and way less. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a dumb rhyme, but I can't. So that's really
Less cocky, Tim.
yeah. That unlikely that that's going to happen. You can hope and pray for that, but unlikely.
Well, maybe we'll see what the audience here says.
Well, yeah, right. Because they decide. So let's get to a couple insane stories because that's what we do on Doctales with Cocktails.
All right.
Here's
I'm
the first
ready.
one. I tried to get slides for this, but I couldn't. Trans woman left sobbing in JFK airport after TSA agent hit her testicles. I love reading these because the way they're written, honestly, it's just absolute comedy gold. A transgender woman was left in tears at JFK airport after she claimed the TSA agent punched her in the testicles while she was going through security.
Punched her. Oh, I'm sure.
Punched her, yeah. The unidentified flyer took to social media to vent about the incident, in which she said the agent humiliated her in front of everyone in a series of posts that have since been deleted, according to the outlet. So I think she took down her ball posts, but whatever. Too late. Everything on the internet is eternal. So a TSA agent at JFK airport punched me in the genitalia, yelled at me for having a penis. Well,
Oh,
if you
come
look
on.
like a woman, maybe you shouldn't have a penis. I'm just, whatever.
I'm
And,
thinking what's happened, but keep going.
and humiliated me in front of everyone after I told her to please stop. She captioned a photo of her crying in the airport bathroom, according to a screenshot of the post. But the embarrassment didn't stop there, according to the woman. The TSA agent followed me into the woman's bathroom and began talking about me to a coworker. Well, of course, how could you not? While I sobbed in a stall. Again, bitch, please. She wrote, asking friends on the internet to advise as to what she should do. I don't know, dress in pants and look like a guy because you still have like beans and franks in your whatever.
All
All
right.
right.
Can I comment?
One just a sec. 1 sec. In a follow-up post, she said she was left crying for over half an hour. This is the best quote ever. And I quote, "My balls still hurt so bad." There you go. It's all you now.
Okay, so you're not a woman because you have balls. So there you go, number one. I just want to get that clear. Any of us women here do not have balls. And no, she does not get to define what a woman is. So number two, I'm sensing what happened is this person that's dressed like a female did not tell the TSA agents when they went through and were going to get patted down that they would prefer or maybe really needed a man, and the shit ensued. Like, what do you expect? Because when I go through, I get a female to pat me down. When you go through, you get a male that pats you down. If you are
Whoa.
if you are in
Could I
disguise as
request a female? Like, honestly, that would be way better.
well, you know how you do it. You dress up like me.
I don't want to do that. I want to look like a dude and just get patted down by a chick.
No,
Like, why is that so wrong? Tell me
you're
why that's wrong.
a freak. That's why. And everyone else will agree. Am I right? Then you're a
No,
freak.
they'll agree that I'm like I have it figured out, but
You're a
whatever.
pervert. But I think we can all agree, and everyone will say yes. I'm, what I'm saying. Apparently, obviously, that person, if they didn't say uh, I have male genitalia, I need a male, then it's on them. And you know what? Of course, if I'm gonna go grab and pat down somebody, and not expecting there to be any baggage hanging below the pant line or your inseam, of course you're gonna get hit in the junk. And if it hurts you that bad, you are a pansy ass man.
No,
So
you're a bitch. Mission accomplished.
so I have no sympathy here because you gotta and it's why do you think that us physicians and people in healthcare, not just physicians, say that this is ridiculous if you're not declaring what your actual biological status is? If you have all those parts, we need to know about it for a reason. So it protects you, protects us, everything, but let's like own it. So there you go.
Okay, next
Uh,
story.
well, I found something
Okay, go.
literally
You go, and then I'll get the next
that
story.
came across the Journal of Urgent Care Medicine news, even though I am abstaining from entering that world again. Thousands of kids are now getting into melatonin gummies and presenting to the ER or the ED, however you like to refer to it. So the CDC recently reported that 11,000 children and infants presented to emergency departments in a 3-year period between 2019 and 2022. So an average of what? Almost 4,000 a year after ingesting melatonin in the form of flavored gummies, which, look like candy. Those were involved in nearly 5,000 of those cases. So most of these are obviously accidental ingestions involving kids between the ages of 3 and 5. But agency found about 3/4 of the documented cases of kids ingesting melatonin involve packaging in bottles, suggesting that young children are able to open the bottles for their own and that bottles aren't closed properly, yada, yada, yada. So, absolutely, melatonin gummies, vitamin gummies, all that stuff looks like candy. And if you have edibles that look like gummies in the form of THC, also a problem. So, people, not only your Tide Pods need to be put away, but anything that kids can get
So, how
into.
much freaking melatonin do you have to eat to have like a toxic reaction, though? I mean, it's
Um,
melatonin. It's not weed.
no, but obviously they're going to get pretty sedated. And some of those, if you're a 3-year-old, consuming 10 milligrams of melatonin
Right.
would make them pretty lethargic. So,
Well, I
and
might just push that. I might just do my own experiment to see how much melatonin actually makes you high. It's
okay,
melatonin.
I'm going to confess here online, which I told you this story already. It's pretty darn funny, but I had a boo boo the other day and consumed my nighttime medication in the morning. Actually, I was talking to Tim with my earbuds in and I was not paying attention. And at night, I take magnesium glycinate, which is calming. Um, and I took my magnesium and my progesterone, and I'm on a good dose. Actually, 200 milligrams. And for me, it's very sedating. And the combination together is like taking a bunch of Benadryl. So I was, yeah, stoned for literally like an hour and a half, and then it instantly wore off as soon as I got that Starbucks into me. But I felt like a total bozo. But man, was I out of it just from the combination of the progesterone and the magnesium glycinate. So if you give kids adult doses of stuff, I can't imagine, how intoxicated looking that they would be. But
Well,
I've messed up myself, so there you go.
remember the ultimate paradigm of pediatrics is children are not little adults. They
Exactly
actually
true.
metabolize things different. They, drugs affect them differently.
Uh-huh.
You can't just say children are little adults. That doesn't work.
That's right.
If they were little adults, toddlers would be little drunk adults.
But I remember that because we talked about giving them smaller doses of, opiates and, everything from that to uh, aspirin, which they can't have. So it does, you're absolutely right. Toddlers are not little adults.
They're
So
drunk little adults, and they should be treated as drunk little adults. No, seriously, like that whole the whole opiates thing with kids,
oh, right.
like even kids that have tonsillectomy and they send them home on like codeine or whatever, like kids get absolutely obliterated to the point of respiratory depression or
Yes.
death with an equivalent dose pound for pound for an adult on opiates. And it's not because they're opiate naive, because most people are opiate naive. It's because they're kids and they completely metabolize this stuff differently, which is really wild. Like when you think of that, like when you're a child, you like the effects of drugs on you are different, and they're metabolized differently. It's not just, don't drink alcohol when you're a child because it'll fry your brain, or don't smoke weed because it'll make you psychotic if you do it as a kid. And it's always made me think 2 or 3 times about psychotropic medication in kids. You give an antidepressant to an adult, that's what it was studied in. I don't think any of them were really studied in kids, but we do it off label all the time. How different is Prozac to a developing brain than to somebody that's 50 years old and, has depression, anxiety, whatever? I would contend it's vastly different, and those studies need to be, done. But, good luck.
No, you're
Good luck
right.
in that happening.
You're right.
So I have another story.
All
Let's
right,
get
what you
into
got for us?
This story is in the Why Canada Continues to Suck file. Canadian ventilators sold for scrap metal. Just over 800 of the ventilators were donated to hospitals in India, Pakistan, and Nepal, or sent to Ukraine as war surplus. So what's war surplus? Like, you put it in like a catapult and shoot it at the Russians? Like, I mean, I guess they would need that. I mean, they have sick people. They have people traumatized. Obviously, war is horrible. Records show that the Public Health Agency auctioned off new ventilators valued at just over $22,000 each for $6 of scrap.
Wow. Healthcare dollars at work, people. And then you wonder why I'm laying on a bed that looks like this with no call button and 32-year-old equipment.
We are the Canadian government. We will show you how to turn $22,000 into a vast, vast loss of $6. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Justin.
Wow.
Thank you,
Wow.
Castro's son, for doing Castro's son shit. We appreciate you. Literally $6 from
That's
22,000.
that's
Now, the story is a little misleading. I read through all of it. They donated a ton, they repurposed some, they whatever, and then they eventually got to the point where they're like, we still got a gajillion ventilators, because they ordered $169 million of ventilators from one company that would not give them a refund, because why would you? It's a no-bid government contract. Like,
okay,
why
well
would
that
you do it?
that brings me
It's like,
to a point that we need to put in our back pocket for our interview coming up, which is that, they get mad at all these physicians that are selling vitamins to people and profiting off of the the dark time. That's what all I'm going to call it. And then you got, people that obviously it's like, well, it's hospital equipment, we needed them, but they profited off that too. And do you think they're taking them back now, the surplus, to like repurpose? Heck no, because
no,
it's all about the profit for them.
right,
So
but it's also part of the fuckery that went on, which was, we thought that we needed ventilators because, the
yeah.
initial thinking in
No, I
COVID was,
know. I know.
right. You remember, like, Cuomo from New York. It's like, I need ventilators. What am I going to do with 100 ventilators? I need thousands of ventilators. And like, no, you need 0 ventilators, because
Well, and
ventilators,
people also thought that they needed a, a truckload of hand sanitizer and
right,
100
right.
cases of toilet paper. So I mean, currently I need that.
Yeah, no, no. You have a GI virus. You need hand sanitizer. GI virus is toilet, like, no, but that's actually that's a great point, because for a GI virus, hand sanitizer and toilet paper, that's a complete game. Like, literally, that's a game changer. That's like Florence Nightingale stuff right there, right? Like, it literally is. But like, we're hand sanitizing for a respiratory virus, which is like completely, completely insane. It's like, it's completely insane. It's not that you shouldn't wash your hands, but unless you coughed into them and sprayed them with respiratory goo,
Hmm.
washing your hands means nothing. It's not polio. Polio is transmitted by eating it. It gets in your gut. It affects you that way. It gets into your neurological system, and then you have paralytic polio, blah, blah, blah. So washing your hands in polio which is a fecal oral transmission, is like critically important.
Yeah.
Washing your hands with a respiratory virus is like it's like sneezing and wiping your ass. I just sneezed. I need to go wipe my ass. Okay.
Oh my.
Unless
Okay.
you have
This is
a
too much.
major incontinence problem, you don't. You just sneezed. Everything worked fine. But like that's literally what it's like. It's like, well, I just sneezed. I better go. No, wipe your freaking nose. You sneezed.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's funny. I have nothing to say to that.
Wow, I brought you speechlessness. Um,
Yeah.
do we have any
Anything,
other stories? We talked
anything.
about what's. Oh, what am I
Well,
drinking?
I did happen to write a little short email newsletter that will be coming out maybe tomorrow, whenever our manager can pull it together. She's really busy, and I did my best today, but it's just a cute little thing about blurb about pets, because I was noticing how comforting my sister's dog has been, and I look back on my photos from when I've been sick and ill before, and the little creature comforts. So on that note, I put out a little APB and a plea to everyone to send us your pet photos, because I think it'd be fun to see them and we can share them, because I'd like to find someone to come on and talk about pet therapy and the importance of pets um, in our lives, because you know
No, I
they
think that would be really good.
they really have
Um,
a place. And we were taking the dog into the nursing home where my dad is, and the to see people's faces light up, even some of the most demented people there with some of the most neurodegenerative conditions, you see their eyes kind of open and their face a smile try to come on them, and everybody's all excited about the cute dog. And there's somebody else there with their uh, dog as well. And it's just a beautiful thing to bring some joy and some other heartbeats and creatures into the world there. Hey Tim, you disappeared. Is that on purpose?
no.
Well, I thought maybe you were doing something that was uh, needing to
Can
be
you hear
offline.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we just don't see you. So anyway, I'll keep going on about. Oh, now you're totally gone.
Um,
Well,
there
hey,
you go.
there we go. So the point being, yeah, I want to see everyone's pets and how they help you. Send us a line about how they've helped you through some difficult times, and we will share that. We'll share it on our social and maybe include it in our newsletter as well. But um, I just think of me laying at home recovering from my multiple orthopedic surgeries with a cat on my lap or the dog by my side. And um, anyway, there you go.
Somehow I have to switch cameras. And you know what? I look just as freaking amazing in this camera as the other one.
You sure do.
So no, that I think that's really powerful. And it really brings we had an interview a couple days ago with Eben Alexander, who has one of the most worldwide renowned near-death experiences.
Oh
And
yeah, hang on.
he talks about how animals exist in the afterlife. And I was like, awesome. Really, really get rid of your filter. It doesn't work, man.
Oh, you're no fun.
Yeah, it really, really awesome. That'll be out in a month or so.
I'm almost done this book.
Yeah, it's really a mind blower.
Oh, and for the people listening, it's Proof of Heaven, is one of his books, called A Neurosurgeon's Journey into the Afterlife. Fascinating discussion we had. I don't know. I think we could promote it really quickly, and it was eye opening. It kind of freaked me out a little bit because it doesn't fit all my narrative of what afterlife would be. But that it's his experience that he shared and his opinions on um, what heaven is, whether or not he thinks there's hell. And uh, truly, you cannot refute that this was a real experience because of what happened to him. I mean, he was he's basically brain dead with no functioning brain. So he discusses how it's impossible to blame it on any like DMT or neurotransmitters firing off or his brain failing, synapses firing, or any hallucinogenic type of experience. Great story, and his outlook on life and his attitude and what he's doing is totally changed now because of it. It's a great story, and um, anyway, very eye
Yes.
opening. But
Okay. I am drinking.
of course you are. We all know that.
Well, you
What
all
are
know
you
that.
drinking? What are you
I'm
drinking?
drinking.
Monkey in Paradise vodka. And where's it from?
It is from the beautiful St. Petersburg.
Oh, well, we must take a trip up there.
Yes, where I shall be going tomorrow morning for kiteboarding, the beautiful St. Petersburg. Yes.
So I need to get there as well. Maybe we can find the distillery, take a tour.
Yes.
You know anything about it?
No, other
you
than
didn't do your research.
no, my
Other
research has been drinking this. It has not been going
And
to
we can see by the amount that's left in the bottle that you've done a lot of research.
I have done a lot because you know what? God gave me a liver for a reason.
And by gosh, you are using it.
I shall. Remember that quote from that unbelievably pretentious sounding British historian? We were listening to that podcast where he talked about uh, w- uh, Winston Churchill and how he had a rhinoceron ability to consume alcohol. Like I sat there and I was almost weeping. It was so great. He had a rhinoceron capacity for alcohol.
That was pretty funny.
And I go, you know what? Life goals, baby. Life goals.
Oh my goodness. Well, did you happen to check and see what's coming down the pipe for next week or not? We did this podcast a little late, so I guess we did share what's out this week on the weekly. We've done our duty.
Seek Smith, baby. She's
Seek
awesome.
Smith, yes. And I can't wait to get home into the warmth and sunshine of my backyard.
I know. I mean,
but Canada is warming up here. Thank goodness for all you poor Canadians. Other than that, I'm ready to leave.
Same.
I'm ready to leave this norovirus behind.
No, but it's not the same. Like,
but you know what? You know what's nice, I must say, is going out and there's hockey everywhere, which my team is sucking. Sadly, the Tampa Bay Lightning, boo. But watching hockey and getting poutine, garlic dry ribs, and all those other fun Canadian things, along with a double at Tim Hortons.
Do you know what's better? Like way better? Swimming in your pool because it's so freaking hot. That's way better. Like way. I love poutine, but I can make it in my own kitchen.
You can. So Jennifer's choosing for the Avalanche. I knew that. And Tim, are you still cheering for Alberta?
Well, there's no the Flames are long gone.
No, I said Alberta.
Oh no, I don't cheer for the Oilers. Are you kidding? I'm not gay.
Well, my sister cheers for the Oilers. I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan because I live there. And anybody else got a team? Shout it out to us. Let us know.
No, Florida, the Panthers are playing unbelievable, and that will become my team if they succeed, which they will probably tomorrow.
What? Just so that we don't have the same team?
No, I'm just saying, like, no, for the playoffs, because who else is going to cheer for, right? Like, Carolina.
You don't get
Edmonton,
to.
no.
You just get to sit back and watch. You can't bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm going to totally bandwagon. Like, is that illegal to bandwagon? I'm going to bandwagon. So they're from Miami. Like, whatever.
It's not illegal. Rick joined us tonight. Good evening to Rick. I wonder if he has any great pet posts or pictures he wants to send us. People can comment. I don't know that they can post pictures in the comments, so probably not. But we'll get those from you guys. All right, I think it's time to wrap it up because I need to
I need to get the
move.
norms before they close so I can get another, like, 2 liters of whatever the hell this is called. Monkey in Paradise.
Well, healthy living, Tim. We can see you're doing some healthy living.
Healthy living. Now, lots of sunshine, lots of exercise. I'll be hopefully skimming across the beautiful waters of Tampa Bay in about 12 and a half hours. So, yes.
Time to tuck you in.
This has been fun. We shall see you later.
Good night, everybody.
There you go.